Alameng Laba. Hello everyone and welcome back to MMTV's weekly news program. Today, we will focus on the situation in Myanmar, highlighting international interests and the challenges the country is currently encountering. I am Quinton Covington and I will be presenting this week's news updates. Health Minister Dr. Zawe So officially attends United Nations General Assembly and related meetings. NUG reports over 1,000 deaths due to recent floods. CRMH representatives hold a meeting with revolutionary forces, including political parties. Nearly 200,000 Myanmar nationals arrested by Thai authorities amid crackdown on illegal workers. Bangladesh urges swift resolution to Rohingya crisis. EU welcomes UN human rights report on Myanmar. Pope Francis calls for the release of Daw Aung San Suu Kyi and offers her refuge in the Vatican. Revolutionary artist A. Chan May to hold fundraiser concert in the United States. Now, let's delve into more details for each headline. Starting with the Health Minister, Dr. Zawe So, officially attending the United Nations General Assembly and related meetings. Dr. Zawe So, the Health Minister of the National Unity Government, or NUG, officially attended the 79th United Nations General Assembly in New York City, USA, upon receiving an official invitation. Representing the NUG as the Union Minister of Health, he participated in high-level meetings addressing health issues, particularly focusing on the community health during the General Assembly. Dr. Zawe So stated, "As part of the revolution, I am proud to be officially invited to my capacity as Health Minister." This marks his second consecutive year attending the General Assembly. However, last year he attended as England's UHC Commissioner rather than the NUG's Health Minister. This participation signifies international recognition of the NUG's efforts in Myanmar and reflects the ongoing struggle for legitimacy and representation on the global stage. During the Assembly, Dr. Zawe So highlighted the severe health challenges faced by the people of Myanmar under the military regime, and stressed the need for international support to address these issues. His attendance is seen as a significant step for the NUG in gaining international acknowledgement and support in their fight against the military junta. Next, the NUG reports over 1,000 deaths due to the recent floods. The Ministry of Defense of the National Unity Government reported on September 25th that the death toll and the number of people missing due to the recent floods and landslides caused by Typhoon Ragi have exceeded 1,000. The devastating floods have affected various regions across the country, displacing hundreds of thousands of people and destroying infrastructures and homes. The NUG's People Defense Forces, PDFs, and the People's Defense Organizations, PDOs, are conducting rescue operations in areas under their control. Despite their efforts, the situation remains dire as the Military Council has reportedly blocked relief supplies and cut off communication routes to the affected areas, according to NUG's statement. As of September 24th, the Military Council reported over 950,000 people affected by the floods, with 419 confirmed dead. Nearly 3,000 homes and about 1,000 roads and bridges have been destroyed. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, or UNOCHA, reported on September 21st that nearly 1,000 people have been injured due to the floods. Additionally, more than 750,000 acres of cultivated land have been destroyed across Myanmar, severely impacting the livelihoods of thousands of farmers. Radio Free Asia, or RFA, investigations have revealed that around 80,000 farmers in Kayah State, Mogoi Region, Mandalay Region, Naypyidaw, and Bago regions have been significantly affected. The NUG has called for immediate international assistance to help the flood victims, while accusing the Military Council of exacerbating the crisis by restricting access to aid and relief materials. Next, CRMH representatives hold a meeting with revolutionary forces, including political parties. On September 24th, representatives from the Committee representing Mandalay, Lutao, CRMH, various political parties, and revolutionary forces held a significant meeting to discuss the current political and revolutionary situation in Mandalay and across Myanmar. The meeting was attended by members from different sectors, including public administration, public defense, and revolutionary comrades. Participants included Hlutao representatives elected to represent the Mandalay region, members from political parties, revolutionary groups, public strike forces, public movement forces, the student union, youth and women's organizations, civil disobedient movement forces, civil society organizations, and activists. In total, around 46 individuals from diverse sectors attended the meeting. The meeting began with a discussion on the ongoing revolutionary and political developments in Myanmar, particularly in Mandalay. Attendees addressed the challenges in providing humanitarian aid, local administration issues, and the need for stronger cooperation among all revolutionary forces in the region. The second agenda item focused on the current political period and a revolutionary plan, a draft, for the Mandalay region. Participants reviewed the progress of proposals from the working committee assigned to draft the political plan and emphasized the necessity of filling remaining committee positions. They reiterated the importance of unity and collaboration to consolidate efforts and accelerate revolutionary activities. The revolutionary forces of the Mandalay region reaffirmed their commitment to advancing systematically in the People's Spring Revolution. Next, nearly 200,000 Myanmar nationals arrested by Thai authorities amid crackdown on illegal workers. The Thai Ministry of Labor reported that nearly 200,000 Myanmar nationals have been arrested during a 120-day crackdown on illegal labor that started on January 1st. The crackdown, which also targeted individuals from Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam, resulted in over 250,000 arrests, with Myanmar nationals comprising the majority. Those detained are being rapidly handed over to the Myanmar Military Council, raising concerns among Myanmar labor rights advocates. Previously, arrested Myanmar nationals were held in detention centers for illegal immigration. However, due to the large number of arrests, detainees are now being repatriated more quickly. Thai authorities have transferred more than 100 illegal Myanmar residents to Khao Thong via Rangoon, where Myanmar authorities are located. A representative assisting Myanmar workers in Rangoon stated that despite the coup, around 100 individuals were being returned each month. Now, over 100 people are being sent back 4 or 5 times a month. Most of them do not wish to return but cannot afford to remain. Earlier this month, the Myanmar Council reported that nearly 1,000 people were transferred back to Myanmar in August alone. Earlier this month, the Myanmar Council reported that nearly 1,000 people were being transferred back to Myanmar in August alone. This crackdown has created a significant strain on the already vulnerable migrant community in Thailand, many of whom fear persecution and lack of opportunities upon their return to Myanmar. Next, Bangladesh urges swift resolution to the Rohingya crisis. Bangladesh has called for a swift resolution to the Rohingya crisis, which has reached an unacceptable level during the 79th United Nations General Assembly in New York on September 24th. Mohammed Yunus, chief advisor to the interim government of Bangladesh and a noted economist, highlighted the deteriorating security situation and stability along the Myanmar-Bangladesh border, citing occasional violence and criminal activities. Yunus emphasized that the challenges facing the people of Myanmar extend beyond Bangladesh, impacting neighboring and regional countries as well. He urged the UN Security Council to convene a conference on the Rohingya issue that includes all stakeholders as soon as possible. Furthermore, Yunus called for international assistance to complete the joint response plan between the United Nations and Bangladesh to address the genocide against the Rohingya and to ensure accountability. He stressed the importance of finding new solutions to this long-standing issue and urged the international community to take action to alleviate the plight of the Rohingya people. Next, the EU welcomes a UN human rights report on Myanmar. The European Union, or EU, welcomed the United Nations report on human rights violations in Myanmar, condemning the military junta's actions and calling for accountability for those responsible. The report, presented by the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, highlighted the widespread and systematic human rights abuses taking place across the country, including forced recruitment of soldiers, arbitrary arrests, rapes, torture, and killings. The EU states that over 1,853 people have been killed during the capture, including 88 children and 125 women. The actual number of victims is likely higher, as the report identified at least 5,350 civilians killed due to military violence. Additionally, more than 3.3 million people have been displaced, and over half of Myanmar's population is now living below the poverty line. The EU emphasized the urgent need for action to hold the perpetrators accountable and called on the international community to support the people of Myanmar in their struggle for democracy and human rights. The report also highlighted the ongoing plight of the Rohingya and other minorities who continue to suffer from the ongoing conflict. Next, Pope Francis calls for the release of Daw Aung San Suu Kyi and offers her refuge in the Vatican. Pope Francis has called for the release of Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, who has been detained in Naypyidaw since the 2021 military coup in Myanmar. During a recent conversation with Jesuits of Jakarta while on his tour of Asia, Pope Francis expressed his deep concern for her well-being and emphasized the need for her release. He also extended an offer for her to take refuge in the Vatican. The Pope stated, "I asked for Ms. Aung San Suu Kyi's release and received her son in Rome. I offer the Vatican to receive her in our territory." This gesture of support was reported by Reuters and was later published in an article by Father Antonio Spadaro, a Rome-based Jesuit priest. Pope Francis also highlighted the importance of building peace based on respect for the dignity and rights of all, and respect for the democratic order of Myanmar. He has consistently urged the international community not to forget the ongoing situation in Myanmar following the military coup. Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, a Nobel laureate, has been sentenced to a total of 27 years in prison on multiple charges, including corruption and sedition. Next, revolutionary artist Ai Chan-mei to hold fundraiser concert in the United States. Revolutionary artist Ai Chan-mei has announced through her social media that she will host a fundraiser concert on November 2nd in Maryland, United States, to commemorate her 50th birthday. The event aims to raise funds to support those in need within Myanmar, and she has pledged that 100% of the proceeds will go towards humanitarian aid efforts in regions severely affected by the ongoing conflict and natural disasters. This will be her first concert held in the United States, and she will be joined by fellow beloved and respected artists for the event. The concert will feature duets and a variety of creative performances, showcasing the rich cultural heritage and resilience of the Myanmar people. Ai Chan-mei stated, "I invite everyone to contribute, even if it's just a drop in the ocean, towards this cause." Her performance will not only celebrate her milestone birthday, but also serve as a powerful reminder of the ongoing struggle in Myanmar and the importance of global solidarity. This concludes our weekly news updates. As Myanmar continues its struggle to achieve democracy and uphold human rights, we urge everyone, countries, and individuals across the world to support the people of Myanmar. Thank you all for your attention. We'll see you again next week.